What's up, guys? Today's video is for new fishermen that's just getting into trout fishing. I don't know about your area, but I know April 4th is the first day of trout season in Pennsylvania. In the areas around me, the lakes around me have begun stocking trout. So today I want to talk about setting up your rods, different kinds of baits, and different types of lures you can use to help you catch more fish. And that's the first fish. First fish of the day, baby. Took me a little bit of time to start recording as I was trying to push record as I was bringing her in. But that's her. Yes, sir. And the setup that I'm using is a weight. I have 2 beads and a small swivel. There is 5-pound braided line. You do not need braided line. Monofilament line is just fine. This is just a little extra for me. After my braid and my swivel, I have 4-pound monofilament line to a size 10 hook. It's all you need. That's a trout. That's a fish. I can feel you. I can see you swimming too. That's definitely a fish. Yep. Here he is. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's a nice trout. As always, I want to stress that expensive rods are just expensive rods. They mean nothing. You get yourself a basic setup and you'll be just fine. So I wanted to see exactly how long this guy really was on this measurement. And he is definitely 15, 100%. Definitely. So let's talk about the type of rod that you should use or could use. I like to go with ultralight rods because the trout aren't that big. Stock trout are usually about between 9 and 12 inches. Sometimes you do get big ones that they stock, and that's beautiful. So this is an ultralight rod in a 1000 series reel. So it's not built for big fish. It's built just for those fish. Man, I ain't even know he was on there. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know he was on here. But he's on here. Sure enough. I ain't know he was on here. That's number 5. That's definitely number 5. It was a good day out there, if I could say so myself. So let's get into the different types of baits and lures that you can use. Firstly, we have the mice tails. These are just like power bait, but they have a tail, and they come in all different types of colors. Then you have the worst thing they ever created, but they used to use it back in 1962 and it used to work for them. This is the dough. You have to ball this up on your own. It comes off the hook for me all the time. Even when I cast, I guess I don't put it on tight enough. Then you have the power bait nuggets. These are decent. I still don't put these on tight enough either. Then you have the salmon eggs. These are fireball salmon eggs. Then you have the gulp worms. These you want to use on a bobber and a split shot because they sink, but they're heavily scented. Then you have my favorite, which is the power bait eggs. These things are awesome. You can catch about 4 or 5 fish on them, on one nugget, on one egg, I mean, one egg. Awesome. That's 2. That's 2. That's 2. That's number 2. Yes, sir. That is number 2. Number 2 in the box. And this one on that. This one here. This one on this. I can say that I hope you eat trout. Because if you use a size 10 hook with any of those power bait products, you're gonna gut hook the fish. And if you don't get that hook out properly, you're just gonna kill the fish. And it's gonna count towards your limit. Don't put the dead fish back in the water. Just take it home with you. All right, with that being said, let's talk about lures. There's so many different types of lures. You have spoon style lures with a rooster tail on it. Really, really good. Really, really good. You have micro traps. They're decent. Don't work a lot, but they're decent. Miniature jerk baits. Miniature crankbaits. Even smaller crankbaits, and I have some that's even smaller than that. Spinner baits. These little things, I forget the name of them, but they're awesome. They work. I forget the name of them. And then you have the rooster tail. Pretty much any small lure, micro lure, would work. And that's why you use an ultralight rod with light line, because it casts better, casts further. Well, it doesn't take long. Doesn't take long. Fish on. Fish on, for sure. Fish on. Little drag. Yep. Fish on.
Box, cause he's dinner.
Put them in the box, cause it's dinner.
All right, guys, we're gonna close this video out, man, with my old saying. You know, you know, if you've been around for a little bit and you know me and that's trout fishing, you got to put them in the box because they're dinner. This is Good Living Fishing. I'll check you out on the next video.